Start her up.
Hey guys, George here, back again with another train stream.
Look at that! All kinds of excitement today. We got George. He's flapping all over the place. Good times, good times. Welcome, everybody. It seems like forever since we've been on a live stream, huh, George?
Forever.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be back. It's good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday to everybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at George is just beside himself. We got lots of good things going on here at the layout. First thing I want to welcome everybody here, right, George?
Yeah. No, we don't do that here. What? Who are those people?
We're going to talk about everything today, but mostly trains. And if our buddy
I thought
Steve...
this was like a plane channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, good to see everybody. Like I said, it seems like forever making that run from Tuesday to Sunday. It seems like it's a long, long time.
Yeah, it does actually.
Right?
But,
We're here, we're live, and we're ready to go.
oh yeah, man.
So first off, we have to wish our good friend Stephen Covero a happy birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Look at that. George is so fired up. We're even getting the volume up into the yellow for George.
Wow, I got in the red.
Oh, got it into the red. Atta boy, George.
Tim says, who are GFW? Never seen him. Never seen you before. Yeah, I've never seen you before, Tim's Trains. Yeah. So, anyways. Oh, man. So, yeah, make sure to wish Stephen Cofrell happy birthday.
Yeah,
And,
happy birthday, Steve.
James's Train says, are you running 3 trains? Yes, we are.
We are. We're running stuff. And we were hoping to have a little smoke, but maybe we'll get a little bit of smoke a little bit later on, huh? We'll get some smoke. We're on a roll here. We're on a roll. So, George, what are we running today? We got some new trains on the layout. He's really excited to share.
Yeah. So, we've got the Union Pacific FES.
Speaking of looking huge.
Dude, yeah, that thing is humongous. That is probably your new favorite engine.
It's as big of a non-articulated locomotive I think I've ever seen from a model train. So we got that one rolling.
Then we've got the nickel plate 759, which is great.
I gotta step away real quick, George.
Okay.
Sorry.
Which was which a friend of ours. I was about to say a fan, but he's not a fan. He's like a friend, you know, of ours. Let us like a really good friend of ours. In fact, we even consider ourselves brothers. He let us borrow that. And then we got the Polar Express going over here. Yeah. So we've got the Polar Express going over here, the scale one, which is really nice. We'll get some steam going in a little bit. Yeah, this is the biggest one we have on our layout. And this thing is, oh man, that is a very, very cool engine. Yeah. Christmas in May, definitely, yes, definitely. 210-10-2, yeah. I don't know, man. This FEF is probably like, technically it's not ours, it's my grandpa's. That is the, oh man, that is so cool. FEF, we just recently got it. In fact, got it Wednesday. Yeah. And the Polar Express we got Wednesday as well. Pretty sweet engine. That is gotta be up there on some of my favorites. But yeah. That is really cool. And then you guys have seen the other bird. But yeah, they are all really nice. There's the whistle from the Polar Express, although it's not really that loud. There, you can hear the Polar Express. Blow all 3 whistles. Alright, I'll do that. So we got 759's whistle. Which sounds about right, and then we'll get the FES. How many Polar Express cars are there? There are 4 Polar Express cars. And we even got this really rare abandoned toy car, which is really cool too. That came in the set. And yeah, that's gotta be one of my favorites. Now I gotta turn the volume down on this. And what's creeping up on the other? Maybe turn the up 2 miles per hour. But anyways, yeah. So that's what we got running today. And yeah. So that's everything. How many? Oh yeah, I already answered that question. I love the 759 whistle. Oh yeah, me too. That engine is such a cool engine. That's for sure. But yeah. Text Trainmaster says cab forward. James Train says 844 has the standard Lionel UP steam excursion. Yeah, and it's even got the tender too, the correct tender, which is really nice. But yeah. So that's what we got going on right now. Red Barn Trains, I saw him late. Got the, visited the only tunnel in Oklahoma. Wow, that's cool. D. Klinger says, my live chat still isn't working right. Interesting. Trains and Things, welcome. And Carmine 5074, don't think we've seen you here. Review of Whistle. And yeah, so that's what we got running today. And we've got everything else out. So yeah, we've got the Big Boy. Gosh, yeah, we got a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah. Anyways, today has been a really good day. We're working on the layout. We've got Trains and Things. I'm not sure if you see it, but I got your signals wired up. Although I got them backwards. You have to do a lot of work on them still. But yeah. That's that. I'm moving to Yorkville. Oh, cool. That's cool. Anyways, but yeah. So that's that. No, I'm not. Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, man. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. And yeah, ours train says the signal tower there to Stay George. I don't know. I think my dad just put it there. He put some accessories on the layout today, so you can see behind me. But yeah. Cool on the lights. Yeah. They're working fine. I just got them switched. I gotta switch them around, which I don't know. It was really hard putting them in, and I can't. You can see. If I flip this, they turn off. You can see the lights. So yeah, I gotta do a lot of work. Can you pick up the FEF and show it below? Yeah, I can probably do that. Once it comes around, yes. So here's the FEF. I'm not sure if the lighting will adapt to it, but yeah, that's a pretty sweet engine.
right.
sorry, Grandpa. I just saw that.
I'm back. I'm back. Sorry I had to go, everybody. Just had to check on some stuff. Last minute things popped up. So, hey, what's going on here? What are we talking about?
Well, just showed the FEF to everybody.
Right.
FEF. That is super cool. Bet your Grandpa's just dying right now.
Yeah, he wants that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, he wants to get that. So, hey, Dave, did you point out your signals that you wired up, George?
Yeah, I already did that.
Oh, cool. Those are really nice. You did a good job on those, George.
Yeah, thanks. Got a lot of work to do.
We still got some work to do on those, but they're wired up. They're working. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. Did we check everybody in? All right. Well, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's check everybody in. Thanks everybody for being here.
Wait, before we do that, what whistle should we use? I blew all 3 whistles while you were gone.
Is that something out there where?
Yeah.
Hey, Keegan, how you doing? Thanks for coming by.
So if you guys have a suggestion, where are the signals? They're right there, Grandpa. Not sure if you can see them.
Oh, you know what? Let's get a close up of those. They're pretty cool. They're trains and things. These are the signals that he sells. They're a little you see them down there? They're the little Dwarf signals. He's got a couple of different types of signals that he sells. Those are the Dwarf signals, and they're from K&R Custom Models. They're really cool. They work well. They're little LED lights in there. They're 3D printed Dwarf signals. K&R Custom Models, and let's see here. I don't have a website, but they're selling them. They've got them for Fast Track. They've got them for Ross, and they wire right into the switches. And Trains and Things is the YouTuber who sent those along to us, and we're going to get some of those to wire into our layout. But perhaps he can put up any type of contact if anybody's interested in those Dwarf signals. I've got his business card here. And maybe I can put it up on the Wally one here.
Yes.
So what do we think, guys? Which whistle?
Someone on 759, so we can do that one.
759? All right. There we go. That's a sweet whistle right there. Nickel plate. Ooh, there we go. All right. Well, everybody, good to see you here. I use my outside voice to get over that nickel plate.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Trains and Things just put up his Dwarf signals, and there's his email address right there if you're interested in those. Those are good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So here's who we got here. RDD Dash is here. Saying he's got a new G scale train, George.
Wow.
Sweet, sweet. We'll have to get back to that. You tell us about that G scale train, RDD Dash. We got Grandpa George in the house. Says, hey guys, good day. Good to see you. We had a chance to go visit. Had a social distance picnic with Grandma and Grandpa yesterday.
That was fun, yeah.
That was good to visit with them. R's Trains in the house.
Twins.
Good to see R. Always fun to have you around. And James's Trains is in the house. Yeah.
Grandma either.
And Grandma? Did I skip Grandma? Grandma Nita here. Good to see her. And I saw Tita's here as well.
You did?
Yeah, Mommy Lulu. Tita's here. Good. Iron Fox in the house. How we doing, Iron Fox? Iron Fox, we had a question for you. Do you have MTH Wi-Fi on your system? Please let us know if you've got that, Iron Fox. James's Train says no, that it's done a Berkshire plan. I see. Let's see. Who else we got? Texas Train Master's here. Howdy-o, Texas Train Master. Train Storm, Pierre Marquette snuck in the door just in time. Keegan Edley's here saying, hola. CSX GE ET44AC pops in and he says, I'm busy now, so I guess he's probably just coming by to say hi, but busy. Let's see, Tim says he saw his 759. Of course, this is least power from Tim, right, George?
Yeah.
Oh, and then noticing the new hat. Look at that. Same great hair, but new hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Jigoku Samurai's here. Good to see you, Samurai. Carmine 5074 is here. Hey, Carmine. Good to see you around. It's a new name here, so thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us. Grab something to drink, kick back, relax, and away we go. Away we go. Have spent some time with the GFW Trains crew. Carmine says he likes the layout.
Thank you.
So it's not something that we've had up for a long time. It's relatively new. Right before we got it finished up, right before the stay-at-home, or at least the trackage that we've got down right now. But we've got some more plans for the layout, don't we, George?
Yeah, we do.
What are they?
To put scenery on the layout.
Yeah.
And then I think we're gonna put a second. No, I know we're gonna put a second level on.
Right.
But yeah.
So it's going to be what? Describe the layout with the second level on there.
So it's gonna be a double dog bone. So basically, what it's gonna happen. Speedy car, are you serious? Anyways, it's gonna go up on the second level. The incline is behind us, as you can see, and then it's gonna come around. There's gonna be a bridge that loops everything around back, so then you can come back going the opposite way, which is cool. But it's gonna be another loop on the top, so you can remember.
George doesn't like squeaky cars. A little tick about George. Let it squeak. We'll get through this, and then you can oil her up, huh? So Ben Santi says hello. Good to see you, Ben. Thanks for coming by. Kick back, relax, hang out with us for a little bit, talk some trains. Let's see here. Angel says, George, you're looking huge. I think he might have been talking about a train looking huge. I'm not sure. James Train says we got 1225, 765, but it's 759. So a couple of Berks running today. What do you think of that 1225, folks? Texas Train Master says, Yoke, happy birthday for Steve. It's good to wish him, everybody's wishing him a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Steve. D. Klinger's here, says, hey guys, finally have vids on my channel. Right on. Check that out. Everybody check out D. Klinger's channel.
I know the culprit.
What's the driver?
Yeah.
Or not the driver, the pilot trucks. So D. Klinger's got some. Check out his channel. He's a good friend of the program. Let's see here. James's Train says the biggest line of steam not articulated is a 12-0. I know that. I haven't seen that one. It might be bigger than this.
I don't know.
But that's
the drivers are definitely big.
The drivers. I mean, you have to see this FEF in person. It's an amazing model. Ben's Train says, "Sup, bros? Hey, good to see you, Ben. Good to see you. I was thinking about you today. Got some transformers that we ran across and we're cleaning up. Did you ever get your transformer? Let me know. Iron Fox says, when did you get the Polar Express scale? That's a new one to the collection. Just got that one, as a matter of fact. Got a chance to get that, and I'm a Polar Express guy. Like my Polar Express. Yep, Christmas in May, that's for sure. James's Train says, I think Lionel should make the IAIS QJs and the RJ Corman QJ. All right. Ben's Train says, I actually just got my bike fixed, and we're getting ready to go kayaking soon, so he's in a good mood. Excellent. Those are two good things. We like kayaking and we like biking, don't we, George?
Yes.
I don't know if you knew this about George, but George is an amazing kayaker.
Canoeer.
In both. You're as good at kayaking as you are at canoeing. So, good stuff. George actually even competed in the National Sprint Kayak Championships and the National Sprint Canoe Championships a couple years back out there out east. We were in Massachusetts, right?
No,
Pennsylvania. We're out there in Pennsylvania.
And we did it in Michigan, too.
Yep. Texas Train Master says, and now I have 101 subscribers, and I'm praying to hit 1,000. There we go. You just moved that goalpost way back. Well, congrats on your 100, like you wanted, and good luck on your 1,000. Good stuff. And Iron Fox says, when you get a chance, and you can't do it right now because you're oiling her up, but he wants to hear the whistle on that Polar Express.
This one I did.
And then we'll do. Oh, you've already done that, George?
Yeah, I've gone through a lot of this time.
Tim wants to know how many Polar Express cars we got. Did you get this one?
Yes, I got that one.
All right. Let's see here. Red Barnes Trains. Good to see you here.
Oh shoot.
Oh, George. There we go. There we go. Did we get Carmine?
Yeah.
All right, we got Carmine. Good stuff. Let's see here. James's train says, I'm moving to Yorkville. No, I'm not. Well, welcome to Yorkville, man. We love to have you out here. Yorkville's a fun spot. Great train spot, isn't it, George?
Yeah,
Train runs right through town.
That is true.
RD Dash was wondering if we can pick up that FEF and show it up close. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do later on. Oh, all right. I'm way behind here. Let's see.
And then Grandpa got my case and says, no, you can't.
Ours train says, is the signal tower there to stay?
The what?
The signal tower, George.
Yeah.
Probably not. We just put some stuff that we had in another room out around the layout. We'll probably have it on the layout. I'm not sure if that's where it's going to be, though, right?
Yeah, probably. I've got another one, too, I got to put together that I got for my birthday.
Yeah.
I got a lot of those models. In fact, they got a pretty cool one, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, everybody's talking about how George is a slow trains guy. Definitely, George loves to run his train slow.
Unless it's a big boy. If you know the story, you know the story.
George likes to run his big boy fast. Likes to run it fast. Well, Trains and Things is here. Give him a whistle. We were talking about him before. We didn't get him a whistle, though. Angel Garcia's here. I don't think we got Angel a whistle. It's like the way you hold that steamer makes you super nervous. It must have been when we got it up close. And James's train is asking, is that 4141 an actual unit or is it a dummy?
It's a dummy.
And Tim said they already answered that. Keegan Headley says, how are you, George? How are you?
I'm good.
All right. And Keegan says he's great. I'm great. I'm finally able to run trains on his layout. Cool. Got any new videos of that up? I'd love to see that. And like I said, Mommy Lulu's here. Tita's here saying, hey, Wally, George. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tita. Texas Trainmaster says, true or false? The state of Texas still has the most mileage of train tracks than any other state in the U.S.
False.
Keegan says false. Trains and Things, talking about those Dwarf signals, says, I'm not sure how they're wired, but why are the LEDs flashing? Are they wired to the switch machines or?
No, they're wired to, they're wired to the wire that comes out of the switch machine. The switch machines are soldered. They don't have the screws anymore, so
The newer ones don't have the screws that come through the switch machines. They're soldered into it. So George has to do a dovetail off of the end of it. So
yeah.
It was his afternoon project. He doesn't have it all ironed out yet. But he's getting there, right, George?
Yeah.
Love those signals.
Yeah.
They're good stuff. Good stuff. Ben's Train says, I need a caboose that has my YouTube channel name on it. Well, that's one of George's, loves that. It's one of his favorites. Good friend of his made that for him. Good friend of him.
He kind of pops in every once in a while. His name's Matthew Garson. Oh, shoot.
It's a weird switch. Every once in a while something gets stuck on it, huh?
That one, the Cat 4.
And it's like once out of every 50 times around the layout. Jigoku says, well, some good news. My train is on the way. It'll be here by Wednesday with where it's at. I think it'll either be running tomorrow or Tuesday, so the unboxing and running video should be up soon. Can't wait to see that, Jigoku. Can't wait to see that. And like you said, should be something that I'll like, huh? It's popped again, George. George, something's majorly off the track over here. So, D. Klinger's here. And Mr. James Conductor, George, get him a whistle if you can. Says, hey, yo, just got my 1950s 4x8 layout. Wow, well, that's pretty cool. Have to tell us more about that. Is that something you made? Is it something that Lionel made? Is it something that somebody made for you? That sounds like a really, really cool thing. James's Train says, George, did you notice that the GF&W excursion track was a bit dumb using just rails? George is over giving me a confused look. We're gonna have to explain that one a little bit more. Carmine 5074 says okay, and then says bye. Well, thanks for coming by, Carmine. I don't know if you're still around. Appreciate you being here. Mama Yaya's here. Says hey, Wally and George. Mr. James Conductor says the video, all right, of his layout's going to come out in a week. James's Train says, what did Anita think of the GFW 525? She loved that. I showed her that. She thought that was really cool. Thanks for making that for her. Iron Fox 7 says, yes, I have a DCS Wi-Fi system. Sorry the stream was behind. And I'm behind too. So George Wordrick says, George, when you stop the 844, does it have a red forward-facing safety light that goes on?
Yeah, actually it does. I can try and turn that on.
So
when it comes around, I'll try.
Christopher Virgin Trains 9702 says, hello everybody. Well, good to see you, Christopher. Thanks for coming by. He says, I love the general video. Very interesting and informative. Great job.
Thank you.
So, well, thanks for coming by and hanging out with us on the stream today. Good to see everybody on this Sunday.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Trying to catch up on this here. Ben's Train says, George, did you ever flip a sailboat at a scout camp? I did, and it was fun. I flipped a sailboat at a scout camp.
I've never flipped a sailboat at a scout camp. In fact, last time I did go to scout camp, I was too young to go on the sailboats. So I think it's been a couple of years since I've been to a scout camp, just because I've been doing the high adventure stuff. But yeah, I'd like to go back every once in a while.
So D. Klinger says he currently has 7 subs. Why don't you get over there, everybody, and give D. Klinger a hand and boost up his sub count. He's just starting putting up some videos, and you can probably use some good subscribers on that. So, wow. Angel says, guys, got to go. There's some armed robbers around my neighborhood because of the protesting and rioting in Chicago. How about that? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Angel. Stay safe, all right? Stay safe. Grandpa says, guys, the reason they're running the 844 so slow is I'm charging them by the lap they run. Sort of like a power by the hour. Yep, so the 844 isn't ours. It's actually Grandpa's. And we're borrowing that for right now. James's Train says, should I make a GF&W Berkshire now, George? I think so.
Yeah, actually. 1225.
Yep. Texas Train Master says to the Texas question, the answer is true. James's Train says, what's the number on the Berkshire, George?
1225. Make it look at
1225. George, have you ever thought of having a Shay? That's the best local you could get. I think so too. But we're hoping that we can go out there and see the Shay somewhere sometimes too. All right. So anyway, getting back, Trains and Things, the Dwarf signals are over here. I put up his email address. You can put it up again. It says, feel free to contact us for any help or questions. I just printed up 60 to assemble over the next couple weeks. That's cool. Jacob Wilson's saying hi, George.
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob's a buddy of George's from Scouts here around town. Deacon Headley says, cheese is really good. Well, all right. Texas Train Master says, I was bought the layout already assembled at an estate sale. With him to help bring it back to his place, but we brought it back to my house first for a little bit of work. Oh, talking about that 50s layout. That's cool. That's cool. Mike Minetti's here, George. Mr. Minetti, and he says,
well, hey, we'll get some smoke.
Wheaton said, yeah, he's probably wondering about that too. But saying Wheaton may have a train show in August.
Dang, dude. If I have all my money saved up.
Oh my gosh.
I've been doing a really good job right now.
Saving. Oh gosh, yes. He'll blow all his money in a second over there. Wheaton, this if they open up in August.
Yeah. So I bet you're just like.
I need to get George a bank account. Is what I need to do and get that money out of his hands in his bank account. That's
I'm trying to figure out how to turn this light on.
So Trains and Things says the General is a great engine. Nice review. Well, thanks. Right, George?
Yes. Thanks.
We did that video a while back. You can probably tell by George's voice. And I'm glad you liked it. I was always, I put that video together, but I was never really happy with the way that it all fit together. I think it ended up all right. It's such a neat engine. I didn't want to put out a poor video with it. You have to do the engine justice. So Keegan Headley says that he's got 12 subs. Why don't you go over there and check out Keegan Headley's stream? He's got some really neat stuff, really neat layout, very neat channel. So that'd be a good one. Guess what Mr. Minetti says?
What?
It's a smoke that works. Hey, DB Tech's here. All right, good to see you.
Grandpa, I know you can turn this light on. I just can't figure out how to do it. It's yeah.
James's Trains is wanting to know what the number for the Berkshire is, George.
1225.
And we got 2 Berkshires running. We got a 1225.
Oh, and a 759. I think he's talking about the one he's making.
Oh, yeah, that one. I got you. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little bit behind here, but I'm almost caught up. Ben's Train says, I've been thinking of getting an NBC era 611 J-Class loco. Loco as a slightly cheaper alternative to the 746. Well, that's a cool one. I really like that 611J that they made in the NPC era. That's one of the best NPC trains that are out there. You're going to really like that if you get that one. D. Klinger's saying Brian won't stop talking about his new M1. All right, so since he won't stop talking about it, we won't talk about it either.
Yeah, we're running it slow because we should like run it like a lap, but then just before it gets to the lap, just like stop it. You know?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So then we get through that loophole.
Yep. So Jikoku Samurai says we'll be back later. Family says that they want to do a fire. Well, that's cool. That's a great idea. I think we might try and do that tonight too. Let's see here. Irish Train says, George and Wally, do you guys plan to get a 440 for the layout?
We have one. Raced it.
Oh yeah, you forgot about the Golden Arrow. The Golden Arrow, the rating layout champion for the $20 special. Yeah, I would love to get a 4.4 or an American for our layout. That'd be pretty nice to have. I'm a big fan of the General. That's an engine that I grew up loving. My grandpa's got a couple. I think he's got actually all of the post-war Generals. George's grandpa. My dad has got all of the post-war Generals. My brother actually, that was one of his favorites. He had a General growing up too. So yeah, there's some. I would. The whole story of the General is an amazing story. And for those of you that don't know, we put out a video yesterday about the General. We got a chance to go to Kennesaw, Georgia, a couple years ago, and we were gonna. When we originally took the footage, we were gonna do it for Georgia's 500 subscriber special. Believe it or not.
Then Mr. Ron Stevenson's there.
Yeah, and I kind of lost the fire for a little bit on YouTube as well. So I didn't like the way it came together, and I tried to tweak it here and there, and that one just stayed in the back of the computer for a while. And this last couple of weeks I revamped it, put it out. So check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a pretty neat video of an amazing steam engine. I don't think that there's very many steam engines that could have a more interesting story than that. And I don't want to give away the story. You got to see the video. And then there's two great locomotive chase movies that were made about the movie, or about that train.
Yes. So I'm trying to get these in sync.
All right. I'll let George do his thing. So there was one that came out. It's a silent movie with Buster Keaton as a star. And then there's one that came out later that was a Walt Disney movie of the Great Locomotive Chase. Both really, really good movies. So after you watch our video, you're going to have to look those movies up and check that out. Ben's Train says, laugh out loud. My mom says the same thing. She said Ben needs a bank account to handle his money. Yeah, for sure. So James wants to know, all right, got that one. In case you didn't catch it, James, the 1225 is the number that George is saying on the GF&W Berk. So Jerry Satterley's here, says, hey, good evening. Hi, Wally. Hi, George and friends. Give him a whistle. Yep, and everyone's giving you a little advice on what to do for that red light. Read the instructions, George. George doesn't know how to read.
It's in the box.
George doesn't know how to read. Everybody should know that. Yeah, we'll get that going. So GLC Express is here. Thanks to see you here, GLC Express. He says, hey, This is the channel for my trains that I have 12 subs on. Well, thanks for coming by, and for those of you on the channel here, let's support each other. Take a look who's on here. Check out their channel. We've got a really neat corner of YouTube here with some really neat members of our hobby, or not members, but just people in the hobby, right, George?
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. I've taken over. You were doing great all by yourself. I'm taking over, George. You got to pipe back in.
I'm just enjoying the trains.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Tim's train says, run the engine and press the triangle icon where the stop shutdown icon is at the 5 button.
Okay, I can do that when it comes around. Shoot.
Okay, GLC Express says that's Keegan. All right. Ours train says, okay, well, let's say a well-detailed and built 440. I'd like to have that ours. But that said, I do like the classic look and feel to those post-war Americans. What about you, George? The generals that they made, those post-war
Yeah,
generals?
I like them too, but they don't really run too well. But they're
They
really
aren't.
nice.
They're not the greatest runners.
All right, ready?
Right. And James's train says I can make a GF&W general. I'm all aboard for that one. GLC Express says if I were to get a 440, I would like to get the Milwaukee Road Hiawatha.
There we go, Grandpa.
Oh, check that out. Check it out. That's good stuff. So Ben's train saying, oh yeah, 440s are nice. I have one. It's an NPC era. DB Tech's notice. Everyone's noticing your new hat, George. You have to tell everybody about that hat.
I don't know. I saw it in my closet one day, and I'm like, I gotta wear this more. So I decided to wear it. I don't know. I'm not retiring, but the Reds hat.
Get it washed up, maybe?
No. What?
Trying to dial it back a little bit, huh?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I got some on this one the other day. We were running the steam engine.
Yeah, he was running the steam engine yesterday, George was. I said that was a Yoda comment there.
Yeah.
Running the steam engine yesterday, George was. Jerry Satterley saw rail fanning yesterday, George. Now, I've never seen one. Says I've in all of his years of rail fanning, he's never seen a hobo up until yesterday.
I've seen there's a couple of hobos on YouTube.
Yeah.
I always like. What's one thing I do like to do, and I know there's not too many American videos on it, but I like watching videos of people like train surfing, like just like vlogs of that. I know it's like illegal and stuff like that, but I still find it really interesting, like camping, all that stuff. But yeah.
So our train says buskers are the best.
Yeah.
Is that an inside joke? All right. GLC Express says Nickel Plate 587 has a whole new movie about it, but it isn't a documentary. No kidding. I have to check that one out.
Stephen Cofro, welcome to the stream.
Hey, Stephen. We've been talking about you for a while. Your ears must have been ringing. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Stephen's here. Everybody wish Stephen a happy birthday. Stephen said he's 29 years old, George. This is his 29th birthday.
Wow.
Yep. Looks good for 29, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, very good.
Yeah, well, happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us for a little bit on your birthday. If you got other big plans, don't worry. We understand. But so good to see you checking in. So good to have you on your birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. George said he's going to sing a happy birthday.
Yeah, we're going to call you later.
All right.
You might on the stream? Are you doing the stream?
We'll
do it on the call.
So, Tim says, okay, so Tim's giving you instructions on how to shut it off, George. Says to shut it off, press the R button.
You just
reset or zero. Okay, gotcha. Ben's train saying, why, George, you have a new hat? Well, you just explained it. GLC is wondering if that's a Polar Express, George, or a New York Central passenger
That's
train.
a Polar Express. Pretty neat, actually. Pretty neat. That's understandable. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys.
There's a switch over here that the motor, I don't know why, we're going to have to try and adjust it every once in a while. It doesn't happen all that often, but it catches up one of our trains. It's over here.
Motor.
It's not the switch motor.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
So Jerry's saying, yeah, he's seen the hobos on YouTube, but never in real life. He's got one. Where'd you see him, Jerry? What was he doing? Was he hanging out in a boxcar? Was he underneath? Can you hop off? I'd say interesting. Tim's saying, happy birthday, Steve. GLC Express talking about the general says it's called the Great Train Robbery. Yep. Grandpa George says, George, the post-war 5-star general, the 1872 runs well. The new ones have a 2-position E unit and cause bad things. The best way is to get it going is to turn the E unit off. So
Cool.
Trains and Things says, I just talked to a guy in town who's building in South Carolina and a trucker, and he might be able to ship my train down. Well, that's good.
Wait, what was that?
Trains and Things talking about his move
Oh, yeah.
down to South Carolina. Is saying that he's got somebody that might be able to help him out with that. So it's Trains and Things, just one more, another time, just because we like him so much, makes these Dwarf signals behind us. The Dwarf signals are 3D printed with the LED lights in there, and really cool. He makes them up in sets of 3. I think you can buy them individually or in sets of 3. And again, Trains and Things, if you want to put up your email address on there, so if people want to get them, they're really, really cool. You can see them right over here over George's shoulder. We enjoy them. George has been working through setting those up on our layout. So that was his afternoon project today. So Jerry's wishing Stephen a happy birthday. Happy birthday. And GLC Express is really hard to find it. I have it in the DVD movie collection. Very cool. And Trains and Things says I have an 8x the truck be an 8x20 covered trailer full of trains. Dang, George, you be careful. Drive through Chicago. George might try and hijack that one.
Yeah, I mean, the looters.
Right. Steven says thanks, Jerry. James is Train saying the GF&W 1225 is almost done. Grandpa says, hey, you guys should try it on a different layout then.
What?
And Jerry's talking about the hobo. It says he was sitting down in the front well of a hopper. Wow.
That's cool.
And D Klinger's asking if I have to, or if you have to blur out license plates on a YouTube video because there's a couple of them that I'm real fanning and I'm working. No, that's a good question. I don't know. I would imagine yes. I've never had that issue, so I've never had to do that myself. But I do believe, and don't quote me on this, I do believe that there's a way in the actual YouTube software that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
So, GLC Expresses, you guys, you know how there are 0 surviving NYC Dreyfus Hudsons? I know a guy that's rebuilding one.
That's cool. That's
Holy
gotta
cow.
be
That's
a lot of
quite
work.
the project. Quite the project. So,
If you gonna break the world speed record with it, I'm all for it. I'd rather have a Hudson do it.
yeah.
But, yeah.
James's Train says next weekend I'm going on a trip to Wisconsin in a 29-foot motorhome RV.
That's cool.
That is really cool. CSX
I hit the big red button.
Stop.
Yep, everything.
Panic button. George was panicked. CSX GET 44AC says yesterday he saw 2 trains. That's cool. We saw 2 yesterday as well.
Yeah.
What'd you see? And JLC Express says he's building a streamlined version. Saw CSX and NS. James' Train said the GF&W 1225 tenor is almost done. And Mike Minetti is suggesting, Mr. Minetti saying, set up a loop of American Flyer track and run the Franklin I lent you. Oh, that's a great idea. It will smoke second time around, I bet. Hiawatha was a 442.
Yes, and there's a Hudson as well. There's a Hudson Iowa.
Yeah. Give me a moment here, George, and then I'll tell you. Let's see. Gotta do something.
Anyways, so basically what we got going on is we got some pretty sweet engines running. We got 844 pulling an excursion train. We've got the Polar Express with The dude in the yellow pajamas. I forget his name. He's got the bifocals.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name either.
And then we got 759, back when it was in Vermont. And that's it.
And GF&W said, or James says that the GF&W 1225 tender failed because it still says nickel plate.
Oof, that's tough.
So talking about that driver's house in GLC Express says the guy is rebuilding it. It actually is a director, and he has a floor O-scale layout in his basement.
That's neat.
Trainer thing says Shoestring the hobo is very train savvy.
I think he died.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. I don't know
Hey! Santa Fe
Yes.
Queen brought George a little treat over here. She's over on the other side of the camera here. Want to say hi to everybody? Nita, come here. Come on over here.
Hey!
Santa Fe Queen in the house.
Thanks,
You want-
James, for making the train.
Uh-huh. And,
And Stephen, happy birthday!
all right. Happy birthday. Did you say you were going to sing it? Happy birthday with us?
Yeah.
Ready? George, you going to sing happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you.
We're not very tall.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephen. Happy birthday to you.
There we go. There we go. So Shoestring isn't the hobo that died, George.
Strobe.
Strobe did. Yeah. So everybody's saying they wish that Stephen got a train for his birthday. Yep. James Train says, "Did anybody want me to release GF&W trains to the public?" I think that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do it. I'm all aboard that. Say, George, why don't you run up there and get that Frontier set? That's a great idea. I like that. We'll put that up as we're going. CZ Zephyr, thanks for coming here. That is an older FEF. That is the
No, it's the new.
it's what's the legacy? You said the older legacy.
Yeah, there's one before that.
Right. Okay. Do you want to explain it, George?
Yeah. So, it's this is the
So he says nice FEF. That's the older legacy one, right?
yeah no it's the newer one. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah. There's the newer one of the two.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
The one Jim Kleinschmidt has is the old.
Gotcha. So that one's got like the chrome front. So Steven says thanks. I'm sure that you're probably like holding your ears when you heard that. Oh my gosh. Hey, Nicholas Schnee's in the house. Welcome. Get your whistle there. So all right. James is uploading all the trains. Good to see. So I've seen a lot of trains last weekend. And Trains and Things says I had to replace mounting screws on my Z stuff with countersunk screws. Yeah, we might have to. I don't know what it is with that over there where it stops. And most of the time it stops when we're on the stream. So I haven't had a chance to get over there and take a look. So, and once again, for everybody that's interested in those signals, they're really cool. They're really cool. I'm going to take everybody over there and get a closer look at the those little signals there. They're 3D printed Dwarf signals with LED lights in there, and I believe that he's $35 for a set of 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. Trains and Things is the price on those guys, and he's selling those. Oh, here we go. There's George in the Frontiersman set. Good. We're gonna get that operating here on the floor. So this one is the Frontiersman over here. It's a American Flyer, but it's not the same scale. It's on the same gauge track.
You open the box and the engine sing.
Oh, forgot something
I
there.
would grab the engine.
All right. So Nicholas Schnee had to deal with looting near your neighborhood. Where do you live, Nicholas? I forgot. I'm sorry to hear that. I think that it's really bad that things are this sideways in our country right now. It's really kind of sad. But hey, one of the things that was really cool that happened on the glass half full side of things was really cool to see that rocket launch yesterday. Did anybody else here see that rocket launch? It was so neat to see the United States launch a rocket from Florida once again with that was a manned space flight. That was really inspiring for me. George and I watched that yesterday, and we watched it today as well. So, you know what? So we got some lemons going on right here in our country right now, but you know what? You gotta make lemonade out of it. There's a lot of great stuff that's going on too. And look right to that space flight, the Dragon space cabs on the Falcon rocket. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, DB Texas, nice custom caboose. Well, we like that one. That one's that one right there is made by a good friend of George's who lives out in Washington. Made that for him. We don't have too much custom stuff. Like our buddy R, he's king of branding. Speaking of which, our never got any packages, so I don't know if you got that or how that is. So yeah, people saw the rocket launch. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I lost here the stream. Where did you say you were from, Nicholas? What? Oh, in the neighborhood near downtown. All right. So Tim's Trains is asking Mr. Minetti if he got the extra car for the Frontiersman set that could be gotten from Post Serial. So yeah, I think that was really neat. With the rocket launch the rocket launch that was yesterday, as well as the docking today, it was really cool. I'm glad to see that. I mean, it's just inspiring. I've always loved spaceflight. I was a younger man. I suppose that would be something that would push me in the direction of doing something like that. I'm not smart enough not smart enough, no, to do all of that stuff. Those people that do that are fascinating.
He'd go up with the dog.
Yeah, right.
The dog.
I would be the guy that has to take care of the dog that's smarter than I am. So let's see here. CSX GE 8ET44AC. Okay, saw ST70AH leading last weekend. And Trains and Things says, I'll bet that the hobo that you saw, being the guy that Jerry saw, was Shoestring. Let me see if I can get a better picture of George building this. Okay, all right, I got you, R. I just was worried. I didn't want it to be lost in the mail. That's it. No problem. So George is building a circle of track here for his Frontiersman set. He's going to run this Frontiersman set. And let's see here. James is Train saying maybe I can make that in Trains. All right. And Trains Thing says, no, he was just on YouTube yesterday talking about it. I'm not familiar with Shoestring. You guys have to educate me. So tell me more about Shoestring.
He's a hobo.
Well, he's a hobo, but I mean, what does he do on YouTube? YouTube and hobos don't seem to equate up with me. I mean, what he does?
Yeah.
Well, I would like that job. Maybe I should quit my job, become a hobo, and do YouTube videos, George. Does he do like live streams or something, or does he just post videos?
No, he just posts videos.
Yep, James's Train. Oh, yeah, that's a S gauge, and hopefully Mr. Minetti's still on the stream here. But it's an S gauge width, and it's sold by American Flyer. But the cars are a little bit bigger. They're not scaled right for the normal 3/16 American Flyer scale. So Jerry says, I don't think it was Shoestring. I know what he looks like. This guy was younger. All right. Hey, Grandpa says that he applied to NASA.
Did you actually?
Ah, he says that he just got laughed at, I'm sure. Well, I can imagine that was something was right in Grandpa's playbook, though. He's done a lot of amazing things with aeronautics. My dad has. A lot of amazing things.
Yeah. He flew the DC-9s, right?
Oh, he flew DC-3s, dude.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah, flew DC-3s. He even flew some other stuff. Flew P-51 Mustang one time, George.
You did?
Yeah.
Like commercially?
No, he repossessed it, believe it or not, George.
Man, I wish I could repossess a P-51.
Yeah. So how's that coming down there, George? Pretty good?
I need some wire. Hold on, I'll be back.
So ours with me, George. Ours train says I'd be perfect to be a hobo.
Yeah?
What do you think?
I
A
don't know.
great hobo.
But then you couldn't have model trains.
I'd have real trains, George.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to run them. You just ride them all the time.
That doesn't sound so bad to me. Riding trains, having fun. Yeah. All right, this is kind of a different view we got going on here. I can see the comments over here. Got the American flag going on over here. You know, I've got some. Oh, I see what you're doing there, George. Underneath that box, there's some wire that's already done. If you want to find one.
Oh, well.
I don't know if you were trying to be a little bit funny there, Art, about me being the perfect hobo. It's probably because of my hobo clothes. Ours
Hobos wear racing shirts.
So Jerry says he makes pretty good videos, but he doesn't think he does live streams. All right. So ours train's wondering where you got that set from, George. This set is on loan to George right now from Michael Minetti, who's posts on the stream and comes here from time to time. Again, this is another least power that George has right now. Michael Minetti is an S-gauge collector. And we've got a layout, video of his layout on the GFW Trains channel. So if you like S-gauge, check that out. Michael Minetti train layouts on there. It's really, really cool. So he's lent this over to George. It's actually really nice. It's a box set, American Flyer Frontiersman. On the layout. Ours train says, I've always been on the hunt for an S-scale set. This one's a good one to start with. It's a really neat one. So Jerry says Shoestring has an apartment. Well, that doesn't really make you a hobo then, right? Don't you have to not have a...
it's like a recent.
Oh, is it? Making all that YouTube money. George makes about
$2.
7 cents a day from YouTube. About 7 cents. All right, let's see here. When George is about 69, he'll be able to cash his first check from YouTube. So D. Klinger says, you know what's more boring than watching grass grow? Watching the last Elmer's glue drip onto a spray bottle so you can make a scenic cement. I hear you on that. Let's see here. CSXGET44AC says, can you please see? I'm not sure what that means, so if you could please repost what you mean there. I'll try and figure out what you got. Ours Train is being very politically. He says, I also meant that you're too perfect to be a hobo, Wally. There you go. Trains and Things says $30 for the Dwarf signals and free shipping. Set of 3 lights for both Z Stuff and Lionel Fast Track. There's 2 different sets. So there you go. That's $30. That's pretty cool. That's a good deal, friends. We're as soon as George figures out how to wire these ones up, I think that we're gonna wire up a few more of our switches here on the layout. I think that's what our plan is. That's what our plan. So Jerry Sanderly says my hobo video will be out tomorrow. Nice. Have to check that one out, Jerry. Watch for that one. And CSXGET44AC says just look at my YouTube. Good stuff. What's that? Yup. So Nicholas Schnee says George looks depressed while he's on the floor. I don't think so. He's making the floor layout. He loves the layouts all over the place. You get some smoke in there, George?
I don't know. I don't know.
Want me to get you?
How to use this control.
Oh, Grandma's reminding me that we saw a hobo, or that she saw a hobo out west on the back down deep of a container car on a long container train. That's where they a lot of those hobos, or at least the YouTube hobo guys that I've seen, do their where they do. They get into a spot like that on the container car and they just ride. So CSXGET44AC says, can you please look at my YouTube channel? Be glad to look at your YouTube channel. It's not while we're on a stream here. We'll take a look at that when we're done with the stream. So, yeah. And just get back to the thing that we always say. We got a real neat corner of the hobby over here with all of our friends on the YouTube channel. Let's make sure we support each other and subscribe to everybody's channel. Check out their videos and everything like that. How we doing down there, George? Having a little bit of...
Figure out how to get there.
It's missing a rail, that's why. It's probably not working right.
Yeah, we didn't get the third rail free.
Right. Whoever bought this American Flyer train down here got ripped off. He only got 2 rails. Usually when we buy trains, we like to get 3 rails, don't we, George? So, question here, George. Ours Train says, George, if you could go back in time and buy any new train set, what would it be, like before 1999?
The Canadian Pacific train set.
Explain that one more, George. The post-war?
Yeah, the post-war Canadian Pacific.
2373 Canadian Pacific.
With the passenger cars.
Yep, with the Craig Manor and the Blair Manors.
Yeah.
That's a nice set. Beautiful set. That might be one of my first choices too, George. Or maybe a 2353 EP5 set.
Oh, no. 700E set.
Oh, George is saying the 700E scale set. Did you get passenger or freight, George?
Freight. I don't like the passenger cars.
Really?
Yeah. They look funny.
I love those passenger cars, dude.
We all got our opinions.
Yep. So Shoestring uploads his adventures. Well, I'm gonna have to check out his channel. I've never heard of Shoestring before today. So like I said, I would trade it. Well, I wouldn't trade it in my family. I guess couldn't be a real good hobo and have a family, but I think that being a hobo might be a lot of fun. Although you could probably get into a lot of trouble doing that. So Nicholas Schnee says, I have recently completed the baseline of a transition. All right. DB Tech, 3D printer just failed. They have to cancel and restart the print. Didn't stick to the plate. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. So what are you printing, DB Tech? I love 3D printing. I've never done it, but it's fascinating. George has been doing some 3D printing at school, learning how to do that in his engineering class, right, George?
Yep. Which one this goes on? Which Senate?
No, not on American Flyer. Try that one. So George is having some problem wiring this up, which is weird because it should be pretty easy. Is the transformer humming or anything like that, George? Is it working? So George Woodrick says, hey Minetti, I have American Flyer 316 scale that runs on realistic 3-rail track. Now see, that's some good stuff. 3 rails of American Flyer 3-rail. That's good stuff. DB Texas, I'm printing. It sounds like something's going on. Oh no, you're just switching that. DB Texas, I'm printing some O-gauge workers, conductor and signalman. I've printed several HO houses. Really cool. How much does that 3D printer that you have cost, and how much does the filament that you use for the 3D printer? That 3D printing is fascinating stuff. It was really neat to hear him talk about how they 3D printed some of the stuff for their the space capsule. Actually, it's the spaceship that they're using for the rocket launch yesterday. They did a lot of, not plastic 3D printing, but they didn't really talk about the technique. They said that they did a lot of, or had a lot of use for 3D printing with the yeah, George said that for those of you who can't hear him, that it's something that he would never thought that they would use for the 3D printing. And Nicholas telling DB Tech all I did was use super glue for the base. Got it. So Mr. Minetti says, Mike Minetti's got the message retracted before I could say it out. So you know how you can tell if it's operating? Touch the two wires together. Not necessarily the best thing, but at least it'll tell you if it's no. Maybe it's a transformer. We're getting there. Get that S scale, this S scale going here. DB Tech says I paid $140 for the printer, and it's an eight kit that I had to put together. You can buy a pre-built. Creativity for less than $200 now. Wow. Well, there we go. What'd you do, George? We're almost ready to operate this American flag set. They were making fun of George yesterday because he was operating the steam engine and he wouldn't wear any overalls. Because they were saying he had some plumber's crack. Oh. So, DB Tech says a filament for basic PLA is about $20 for a 2-pound spool. Interesting. So Mike Minetti says, I see George bending over the train, but I can't see the train. I like Groucho Marx. What's up, George? George is not having luck today. Maybe it's the lock-on, George. He's not having an electric luck today. He's having a difficult time wiring up those Dwarf signals, but he got it all wired up. They're not hard, but just the way that we've got the switches lined up over there. I insisted that George wire them up over there where they could be seen over our shoulder when he did that. Tim says, Wally, I don't. Oh, there we go. Says I don't wear overalls when I'm working on steam IRM.
What?
We got it rolling. George. There we go. Frontiersman. Ladies and gentlemen, the Frontiersman. So Strictly Stream says, hey guys, what are you running? Well, we got a lot of things going on right here. So down here, Strictly Stream, first off, thanks for coming in. We'll get your whistle. Oh, no, we won't get your whistle. Turned off here because get your whistle. That's a 1225 right over here. We'll show you that in just a second. We got a 1225. We got an 844. We got a 759 that we're running over here. And then down here, which we're featuring right now, George is running some S-Gauge. He's got an American Frontiersman set that he's running. His box right over here. So putting it on right now. We just put out a video yesterday about the General American. Probably one of the most, if not the most famous trains in the United States, with one of the coolest stories. If you had never heard of the story, check out our video that we put out yesterday on GFW Trains, 1, and then 2, they've made 2 really good movies about it. One's a Buster Keaton movie about the General, and the other one is a Walt Disney movie. One's called The Great Locomotive Chase. I believe the other one is called The Great Train Robbery, if I'm not mistaken. I thought they were both The Great Locomotive Chase. I could be wrong on that. The Buster Keaton one might be something else. Somebody else can chime in on that one. But you'll see the 844 rolling over on my shoulder over here. It's on the opposite side of the layout right now. When George gets there, we go. We're gonna get a close up on that Frontiersman in just a second. Let me get a close up on that. Oh, I didn't realize this. We're running low on battery power here. I got to plug that in. There we go. I can smell the smoke. Oh, it's coming out. There we go. That's a cool little engine, isn't it, George?
Yeah, it is.
What do you got to say about that engine?
It's green and yellow and red, and it's cool. It's made by American Flyer. I got this a couple months ago at UK.
So Mr. Minetti, Mike Minetti, who's on the stream here, he's an American Flyer guy, and he's been educating George on American Flyer. Found this set, and lent it to George for a little while, so George can operate the American Flyer. And
Yeah, he says that it would go good with the O gauge because it could act as a narrow gauge kind of thing. So I think it's pretty cool set. That's for sure.
yeah, it is neat.
I like the smell of the smoke too.
Let's see here. Gosh, I'm getting old. I can't read this the stream here. Just kick back. Enjoy that little.
Smell of the ozone that it's got going on.
Yeah, it does. Definitely you can smell it like the ozone smell. That's kind of neat. Kind of neat. Grandpa says he likes the set. I believe that there are 2 more yellow cars and a red one. I didn't know that. That's kind of neat.
One of the couplers on this set is broken though. It came like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the baggage car is. In fact, I know this is kind of stupid looking, but you know, why not?
Let's see here. Make grass, sawdust, paint. See, Irish trains. I wish anybody could lend me trains. Then Mr. Minetti, Mike Minetti says, Franklin smoke good a la Frankenstein. Yep. This is a good-looking train set. Good-looking train, smokes like a champ. Let's see, Tim's train says, put some more smoke in. Don't want the wick to dry. And Trains and Things says $180 printer, $22 spool for filament in terms of 3D printer. Pretty cool.
Talk about in here.
What's that?
Talking about in here.
What do you?
Smoke unit.
I guess. Yep, I think so.
This is the only stuff we got. I don't have any American Flyer.
We got that Challenger. The bottle that's right next to it. See here. So Barn Full of Trains here says, hello, Wally and George and everybody. Good to see you, Barn Full of Trains.
Hello.
Get him a whistle. Got a whistle? There we go. That's our 1225 up there. James and Train says Franklin 88, the 30 car, the 40 car, and the 220 cars. Trains and Things says he has a $2,400 printer. You can tell it's Dwarf signals are high quality. Good stuff. Grandpa says ozone smell. The American Flyer smoke is cedar. You may want to, you may be burning up the smoke unit. Well, it's not that smell. It's not like a burning smell. It's just like electric. Smoke unit's good, as you can see. Get a close up on.
I think it's funny how it works in here.
Yeah, that Challenger smoke is working good. It doesn't work real good on our O-scale or our Lionel trains. We'll have to get that to.
It doesn't work at all on our Lionel trains.
Have to give that to.
Mr. Minetti.
Yeah.
thing. We've been using the JT Mega Steam up. We're almost out of the eye drop bottle.
Really?
We're not almost out, but we're about, a quarter left.
So, CSX says he saw a Norfolk and Southern SD78 the other day, George.
Oh, cool. I saw one too. Oh,
Hey, George, can you grab me the plug over there? Yeah, we saw one the other day, didn't we?
We saw two, actually.
It was a BNSF, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that Ferromex that we saw?
That was an ES-44. I think, something along those lines.
Sorry, everybody. Computer's going dead here. I gotta get just on an angle here so I can. So Brian Burns is here. Says, I'm here. I was at a baseball practice. Well, good to see everybody out doing baseball. George has got one on Tuesday. Good to hear that you're doing yours. I was hoping to get George out do a little pitching after the stream here today. George got a killer curveball. Lefty with a killer curveball. George is smiling. I'm not sure if he's like, oh, yeah, George, or Papa, you're selling me too much, or yeah, maybe my, oh, there I am.
I love the smell of that smoke.
Yeah, I do too. That's good stuff. That's got like more of a traditional smell, doesn't it?
Post-war vibes.
Yeah. Smells good. E. Klinger says the other day I saw a Norfolk and Southern ET44 AC and an SD78.
Nice.
I was
Hey,
trying.
Papa, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
See that track over there?
Which
You
one?
wanna Pinch it, right? The one with the braille joiners about to come up.
This.
There we go.
So George, this was pretty cool.
Right.
Oh, you know what I saw? What box was it in? We were putting away your trains. I saw a box that you had another American in there. Red Santa Fe American.
Oh, yeah. We should race the,
I forgot which box that one's in though.
I think it's in the one under that one.
Yeah?
The comment.
Alright, let me see it. Since we got an American theme going on here. Oh, it's a Union Pacific. Look at that.
Dang, it's like the green arrow or the golden arrow.
The Golden Arrows. Distant cousin. Distant cousin. This one's a weird one. Oh, it's not. It looks like it's about exactly the same. I wonder if the gears on this one are good.
They could probably salvage the gears off of it. But, yeah. Pretty sweet. Doesn't have a tender though.
Does the Golden Arrow have a tender? Yeah, it's got a tender, doesn't it? This one's got a little can motor in the top, George. This one's totally different than the Golden Arrow.
Really?
Yeah. See the little can motor up in the top?
I bet you the Golden Arrow is a better train.
Oh, yeah. It's a way better train. I can tell you that right now. This one's got like a little switch in the back. What's it say? Self-destruct or not self-destruct? You choose. Not self-destruct. Self-destruct. Not self-destruct. All right. Let's get back up over in our usual spot, George. Run that. Keep that. Oh, so that's actually kind of a cool. So there's the size of the Lionel General. And there's the size.
We should put them on the tracks just to give it the height. Well, I mean, on the camera, they kind of look the same.
They do. The Franklin's a little bit more stubby.
Mm-hmm. These are longer.
But, like, height-wise, it's about the same, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd say this one's a little teeny-weeny bit smaller, but yeah, I think you're about right. All right, should I put this away?
I say you run it. Keep it running. You can leave it out. Keep it running. We'll come back. Uh-oh. Yeah, it lost our... Yeah, I'll reset it over here. We'll get... So those of you just tuning in, down over here we've got the 1225. Over here we've got the 759. And then we got the 844 running around here.
Yeah. Back. Where's the legacy remote? Oh, there it is. We gonna turn things up. Oh, shoot, not that.
So Central PA Rail fans here says, "Hey, get him a whistle."
Hold on.
There we go. So you can see that American Flyer set down there, George. Let's see. So Tim was saying that that thing will run great at high speeds, George. The Frontiersman, leave it down there. I don't want to. Grant was saying lefty like Steve Carlton. So James's train says, my grandpa took that Franklin 88 and Bachman ON30 Pennsylvania Railroad engine and made an S-gauge Pennsylvania Railroad 440 set. Well, that's pretty neat. Tim's train said it would be cool to see the other American Flyer set that we have run. It'd be cool to see that one run. Oh, it's tucked away. I just put that one away in the other room, so that one's not real gettable. Even Tex says, you're gonna get run over by a train, George.
Oh, that's when I had my elbow.
So, Otis says, hi from Princeton, West Virginia. All right, good to see you, Big O. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Grandpa says the trouble with the new Lionel General Smoke units is they require a lot more voltage the engine needs unless you run a heavy load. Yes, that's a definite problem. That was always a problem with my brother when he was running his General sets. D. Klinger says, my American is the Lionel Coca-Cola set, and it's the most annoying engine owned. It always cuts out and it's very annoying. Yes. Yes. For sure. There we go. RDD Dash says, I just got my train on my layout outside. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. What you running, RDD Dash? And Central PA fans, I'm jealous. He says he's running out and getting some ice cream. He'll be back. Big O says, hi, George. Just got my 3-year-old grandson birthday present done today. I built him a little H.O. Thomas the train engine man on a piece of plywood. Say when they meet some with track. Oh, really cool. What do you think of that, George?
Cool.
If you can't hear George, he's down here. He's not being quiet. He's just down tending to his American Flyer engine. And he says that's cool. CSX says last weekend I've seen 33 trains. Now that doesn't sound like a good smell. Trains and things. Yeah, why don't you leave that? What's that? Yikes. Let's see here. Hey, Brian says his M1s are running in a doubleheader. Trains and Things says we have several signal type girder bridges winter hatch for F7 snowplows. Oh, these are the things that he oh, George. O-line, K-line, line out a few. Artie Dash says, mine's a hauler engine. And Otis Tooley says, hi, Big O in the house. Good to see you. Brian says, it's not loud enough. Well, sorry, Brian. D. Klinger says, Brian, when do you not think about M1s? Well, we're having a little problem here, Brian. George is over here. We're trying to... There we go. There we go. Get the spec going. Ugh.
To get outside.
I don't know what you should do. Yes. All right. So, yeah, George's smoking transformer, eh? I don't know what happened with that transformer. I'm sorry, Mr. Minetti, but the transformer was giving us problems, and might have just been a situation where we owe you a transformer. Sheesh. So, Angel Garcia says he had a bunch of fatalities in here. Well, I don't know what happened there. It was running good, and then it just stopped, and the transformer started to smoke. It was, guess you guys all saw it. I don't know what happened. Graham says get rid of it. No CB in it. D. Klinger says I'm thinking about SD70S. Trains Thing says K-Line Big Boy is actually the new Lionel S-Scale release. Oh, that's cool. I know that that Lionel is bought those dies a long time back. And for those of you who don't know, K-Line came out with a big boy that cost $399 for an O-Scale way back a long time ago. And, or not a long time ago, but when K-Line was in business. And Lionel now has those dies, or I'm sure that Lionel doesn't have those dies, but manufactures trains for Lionel has those dies, and that must be what they're making that S-Scale out of there. So that guy 75's here says, yo, what's up? I know. Wait. There we go. George is coming back.
You know what
Scared me there for a second.
You know what I think you can do to make it smoke less?
What's that?
Or the smell not as bad?
What's that? Get some coal fire. Which one we would put that in?
Probably Tim's.
All right, let's get that thing fired up. So that guy is 75's here, George. We got the whistle going. Let's get that guy whistle.
Oh, hey, Cody.
Cody. Good to see you, Cody. Didn't realize that was you. We were just talking about the Train Masters the other day, weren't we, George?
Actually.
Why don't you tell everybody about the Train Masters?
So the Train Masters is a 3-rail low-scale modular group through the 4-H program, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I don't know how many members they have, but I know they have a pretty big modular layout. And yeah, it's very similar to the one we have, except for it has 4 tracks. So yeah, it's pretty nice stuff. They're a really nice club. But yeah.
So Mr. Minetti says that set's probably 60 years old, and it's beautiful for 60 years old. He said it'll run on his EW, but don't exceed it 3/4 power. Well, I'm a little bit hesitant about running. What's going on there? We're gonna have to give you a call, and George can give you a rundown on what happened. I wasn't really paying attention because I was doing a stream. I don't know if it, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Just trying to be careful on that. So Otis, Big O, says Halo is his name, and he loves Thomas the Train. The age on the box is 8 years old and older, but I figure with a little supervision, she should be able to play with the set. Agreed. CSXGE8ET44AC says he's 24 years old, George. 24 years old. Grandpa says, yes, most American Flyer transformers have a max of 16 volts. In fact, I think we do have another American Flyer transformer.
Yeah, but
Down
I'm not
over
sure
here.
if that one works either.
D. Klinger says, I have a video on my channel, my Grand Scale Train Club. Stephen Cofrell says, gotta go. I have a few phone calls to make. Well, good. Happy birthday, buddy. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Feel honored that you're hanging out with us today and doing the happy birthday thing. So, happy 29th birthday. Yeah, we got some smoke coming. Does that have a chuffer smoke?
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah.
Back that one up so everyone can see that one again, George. That's pretty cool. Yeah, oh, Big O, you're right. We were running Transformers a little hot today. That guy 75 says tomorrow's going to be an epic day. Little hint, rail fanning and partying. Not too many people, though.
Well, good. Let me know if you're going out with Luke, too. I'd like to talk to you guys.
Yeah, maybe you guys could video chat or something like that. That'd be cool.
Smells better than dirt.
Yeah, Minetti says, now that looks good. Yeah. We should get that down there. Did we show everybody the whistle? Let me see if I can get that.
By the way, Tim, are you okay with us using JT Mega Steam in your Burke?
Get that whistle, please. Pretty neat.
You want me to back it up again?
Pretty neat. No, that's all right. Go ahead and run that. So Luke, he said, Luke probably won't be there, but I'll let you know I'm going to the northeast quarter. Very cool.
Oh, nice. Alright.
Tim says, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
DB Tech says, I love the smoking.
Let's see if I can
Get those going.
Oh, don't go backwards. Anyways, we're back. Just gotta get the FEF in there.
Very cool. So, by the way, everybody, next Tuesday, we've been trying to make a pattern when we do our live streams. We're there at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays and Sundays. And we've got a conflict next Tuesday. George's got baseball practice at 6. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and do the stream from 8 to 9 on Tuesday. Does that sound good? We can do the 8 to 9 on Tuesday. It's a little bit different, but
No, we're not doing it from 8 to 9.
I wish I could figure out, well, for those that you have kids, you know, it's so hard to get into a rhythm of things when they've got stuff going. Well, no, I don't. That's not your fault, George. It's just that you got to plan around all this stuff, and you got so many different things going on these days. It's hard to get into a rhythm. So, Mr. Minetti, oh, Railfan JK's here. Give him a whistle. Good to have you here. So, Mr. Minetti says American Flyer Berkshire by Lionel do the same chugging smoke. I'll send you a video sometime. Well, that's cool. That's cool. And CSXGE says that last weekend he saw 33 trains. Wow, that's quite the weekend. They seem to be running a lot less out by us. We were out yesterday on the BNSF main line for a couple hours. We only saw 2 trains while we were there.
Those. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but we saw some pretty cool trains.
We did see some neat trains yesterday. Klinger, I used JT's, and one time my train club I put a ton in, there was a ton of smoke coming out the vent in the radiator. Grandpa says, yeah, Wally, just moved the day of practice. I would, but we're trying to put 5 pounds of poop in a 10-pound bag now with...
You mean 10 pounds of poop in a 5-pound bag?
Yeah, that's what I meant. 10 pounds of poop in a 5-pound bag with trying to get our practices in on time. So we're got the shelter in place rolled back a little bit here in Illinois tomorrow, so jumping right into that baseball practice. So Trains and Things says, so if you need a part for your K-Line Big Boy, order the Lionel S-Scale parts. Yep.
Yeah, those are S-Scale Big Boys. Well, the funny thing is the Lionel S-Scale Big Boys are actually, sorry, repurposed K-Line Big Boys. Our friend Mr. Minetti says he doesn't like the front and back trucks on them because if you turn them over, they're gauged for S gauge, but they have the truck is meant for an O scale.
Oh really?
Engine, yeah. So if you turn it around, there's probably about maybe this much of space between the wheel and then the outside truck.
So man, he's got an O gauge one, right?
He's got no S gauge, or the only S gauge Big Boy, I think, or actually another company might. But the Lionel S gauge Big Boy is.
This is the new one that they just came out.
I'm not sure if it's new.
The one that he's got's a K-Line, right?
No, it's Lionel. But Lionel used the K-Line tuner for it.
But it's O gauge. The one that he's got. Or no, it's S gauge.
It's S gauge.
Okay.
But the K-Line Big Boys are S gauge.
Gotcha.
They're scaled
Right.
for S gauge, but they used them for O scale. So
right. They're only $400.
I know when Lionel brought out the S gauge Big Boys, they're repurposed
Right.
K-Line Big Boys.
Right. James's train says because the GF&W's tender base model has a weird asset development, I'm just using the AC-12 tender for it. It's a nice tender. D. Klinger says when the quarantine is over, I'm going to Brian's and we might be able to do an all-night live stream running trains. All right. Got it. Ambitious.
Does it still smell like smoke or not really? Is that kind of...
It's good. It's good. I like it. I like the smell. So that guy 70 says, all right, I'm gonna head out. See you. Thanks for coming by when you did. That guy, that was good. Good to
see you. Oh my gosh, Cody. See you, Cody.
Cody, we'll see you around. Give George a call when you're out tomorrow. I'm sure he'd like to hear from you. So Grandpa says they were mini big boys.
Yeah. Yes, they were actually very, very mini big boys. In fact, there's one on eBay right now. That's Pennsylvania Big Boy. If you ever want to get that, so Bernsey.
Yeah, Pennsylvania Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody customized the Big Boy and made it Pennsylvania, huh?
K-Line came out with them.
K-Line came out with a Pennsylvania Big Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
I bet they came out with more Big Boys than they made S1s.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Bet you they made more Pennsylvania Big Boys than they made Pennsylvania S1s.
Yeah. So Traden's thing says, Lionel says 20 to 30 drops of smoke fluid, but the reservoir will hold 100 plus safely and will smoke for a long time.
Yeah, but then it's just you flood the smoke unit. Happened at Train Fest one time with the Y3.
Oh really? You flooded it?
Yeah, Tim and I were running it.
Oh really?
It's fine now, yeah, but it smoke units started coming out the sides, which was kind of. But it works now. Don't worry, it works now. We made sure it worked.
So James' train is wondering about. I had never heard of the story of the Rio Grande Big Boy. Did you know the story of the Rio Grande Big? I know the story of the Rio Grande Challengers, but not the Rio Grande Big Boy. Oh, that thing's smoking good. I love that first blow of the whistle when it puffs out.
You know, yeah, you're just gonna wait a long time and then go. Dude, I am like mesmerized by that whistle steam. I've never, not until like last week or 2 weeks ago, I had never seen a locomotive with whistle steam. Actually, that's not true. I've seen this locomotive before, but I've never seen a whistle steam.
It's like something that you didn't really.
I didn't
pay
really
attention
care
to.
for.
And
And then until we, Tim let me borrow, and until we somebody let us borrow their Berkshire, and I was just like, all right, let's see this feature, and I wasn't really like I wasn't really too excited until I took it out of the box and put it on the tracks, and I'm like, holy cow, this engine is cool, and I was like, I can't wait to run it. So yeah, and then I ran it around the layout with the whistle steam feature, and the whole time I'm like this. But yeah.
So Mr. Minetti is saying, George, just remember that you knew a 4 foot by 8.5 inch, and your co-host did it. Initial BB for S was scaled to 3/16, just like pre-war American Flyer. So CSXGE says, I meant come to see your layout.
Oh, I think I know what's going on over there.
What?
So you know how it kind of got an incline going up over to that point? I think that's where it starts to go down, right? And the 844 doesn't like the gradual, because it wheel slips. It's not caught on anything. It's just the wheel slips. It's not bad for the engine. It's just.
We'll have to take a closer look at that. That's something we have to iron out. With
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Tim's Train says the Rio Grande L97 Challenger and the UP Challengers, like the 3985, are exactly the same locomotive. James' Train says, so the Rio Grande saw how successful the big boy was, so when they heard UP ordered more, 4020 through 4024, they were planning on the Denver Rio Grande 4884 3604. Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that, George?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that, but I think it's cool. Too bad the Rio Grande didn't get those. That would have been
Yeah, have another railroad to have the big boys.
No, they would have been the same. Like, that would be cool if, like, I don't know, like if the Virginian got a bigger boy.
Right,
You know?
right. No, that'd be good. Hey, Bill's Vlogs here. Give him a whistle. Thanks for swinging by, Bill. Kick back, relax. We'll be on for another probably 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, got lots of cool trains here to run. We got three of the favorites going on right now.
3 of the favorites. Oh, most definitely.
759, 1225.
Okay, I'll put a little bit of speed on the 844 grandpa.
Ooh, I love that whistle. That's a
All
good
right.
whistle.
She's hauling now.
Brian Burns says, when I got my Legacy M18, it has whistle steam and it ran for about 8 hours straight because I always wanted an M1 to have that feature.
Yeah.
There you go. James Train says, however, before they confirmed the purchase, they realized how the big boys were close. Realized how the big boys were close to the Challenger, and because they didn't like the Challenger, they didn't purchase it. Interesting, interesting.
I wonder why they didn't like the Challenger. Like, seriously, like, that engine's solid, but like, I don't know, it's like a small big boy, you know?
Right.
I
Yeah, I don't know why. I wonder why it didn't perform well for them. The Clinchfield ones are the same ones, right? I believe that the
Yeah,
Clinchfield,
no, the Clintfield ones are the real grand ones.
Right,
Yeah.
they were returned to Alco, if I'm not mistaken, who then,
Yeah.
and then the Clinchfield got them from Alco.
But, yeah. Anyways,
Oh, James Train says the boiler was going to be green on those.
big boys,
Well, that's a good whistle. That
sounds like a real thing.
it does. Yes, it does. Too bad we got to have that quarantine before we bring it over to Grandpa. What is it, like 30 days that you got to have something before it's
No, I heard it's a year.
a year?
Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, that governor's really going stringent on Union Pacific locomotives in
Oh
quarantine.
yeah,
isn't he?
no, they have to be broken in for a year straight, and then that's if it's fully broken
That's
in.
some
And
rough
I heard that
stuff,
you have
man.
to, like, the maximum is like 10 years. I'm just
So
kidding.
like in really bad cases, you have to keep it for 10 years.
Yeah, and I don't know how this one's looking. I'm thinking it's gonna have to stay for a little while.
Seems like it's a bad case to me.
Yeah, real bad case. I don't know, but
You
we're
don't wanna
breaking
go-
it in for you,
Don't want to
Grandpa.
go against the governor.
Oh, no.
Nope.
But yeah. So
So Bill's vlog says, is that George Bush 4141 or the new Donald Trump 4545 behind the 844? That's a George Bush 4141. We got a chance to see that one.
yeah, we like yeah.
So that
That
one,
one's
we
cool.
saw that out there at the Proviso
Proviso
Yard.
Yard,
It
yeah.
was in Chicago.
We did a video on it. It was one of the very first DFW trains of all those are production videos.
Yeah.
Mhm. Michael says only 1 out of 3 smoked. I'm truly disappointed.
I love blazing saddles. I like that. Minetti, I miss you, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, we gotta order some Lionel smoke fluid. But yeah.
So D. Klinger says, I'm planning on asking for a Lionel TMCC or a Legacy Pennsylvania Railroad H10 or M1. All right. Cool. Well, yeah, I know where the same gentleman that's
What in the world? Man, I'm glad that
right down here, boys and girls.
nothing. No, don't show him because Grandpa can see this. Nothing happened.
So we had a little derailment. We've got a studio problem here that one of the spots where George sits, or I sit, your foot is right next to a button on the double crossover here. And
Nothing was broken. To everybody watching, I didn't break anything. I promise.
We get a allotment of one thing broken per day. We've already reached that allotment.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So no, I was saying the same gentleman that I connected Brian up with for that M1. He's got a couple other Pennsylvania locomotives too. So D. Klinger, if you're interested in those, let me know. I'll get you. It's they're MTH ones. So I can't remember. One's 060, and the other one is K5. K4. And they're really nice and pretty fair prices too. So
You know the
Hit me
K4s
up.
pulled the fleet of moderators in cars?
I know. It's James's Train's asking if you have Train Simulator, George.
I do, I think. Well, yeah, but I haven't played it in a long time. I like playing with model trains.
And then Grandpa says, George, if you ever rode through the Road Gorge or the whole Denver Rio Grande, you'd realize why the Challenger wouldn't work, or the big boy. It's just the way that their railroad was. So that's what he was talking about.
I've ridden through
So-
the Rio Gorge.
CSX GEET 44 AC says, I'm out of here. Well, thanks for coming by. Good to see you, CSX. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hopefully we'll see you back again. We'll be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. So, yeah. Everyone's talking about, yep, good to see you, CSX. Thanks for stopping by today. Grandpa's saying, nothing happened. Hey, somebody blew a tire on my other Aztec. Nothing happened. Uh-oh.
No, not the Aztec.
Yeah. This is cool here. We got the trains coming back on. Mr. Minetti says, don't worry about that transformer. All right, well, we'll have to talk about that. I think that's the opposite. Oh, no. Yeah, here we go. All right. James is saying trains with a Z. You've got it hasn't been able to work on our new computer.
Train's a new era, yeah. I got that for Christmas a long time ago. Or no, not Christmas, my birthday.
Yeah, he says if you do, then we can send you the GFW trains model. So that's pretty cool. D. Klinger says, I asked my parents, but they probably won't buy any because they wait till Christmas. And they just bought me. All right, well, that's cool. I mean, it works if it works. Back on track, huh?
Yeah.
Back on track. Ooh, cool. We got lots of neat trains running here today. We got that Frontier set. That's a neat set, isn't it, George?
What? Oh yeah,
The Frontiersman set.
Yeah.
Should bring up that box and show the artwork on the box. That's really kind of a neat one. For those of you that are just coming in, we released a video yesterday on the General, probably one of the neatest locomotives in American history, and the General was involved in the Civil War and spies being stolen. Really, really neat story, and it's inspired a lot of interest in the train manufacturers as a result of the story and the American steam engine. So this is the Lionel's made a couple of General sets. American. That guy. There we go. Whoa! Everybody's saying no, George, don't crash the Polar Express.
Nah, man, I pictured the dude in the yellow pajamas is like, oh!
Yeah. Or the guy with the beard.
No, not that dude. He'd be, I don't know, losing his hairpin. No,
Yeah.
that's the other dude. Wait, which
So everybody was yelling at us. We weren't paying attention. Like, George, you're gonna crash. George, you're gonna crash. Luckily, we run our train slow. Or George runs his train slow.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you run your trains fast. I've learned my lesson with Mr. Linky's big boy.
Hey. Wigwag Railroad Crossing Productions. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for swinging by. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. So, yeah, everyone's like, well, we tried to tell you, George.
Yeah, well, told me. And, everything's safe.
All's well. All's well. Right now, George is running his, running Grandpa's FEF pretty fast for George standards.
Yeah.
Where do you see the speed? The George likes to run his train slow.
Look at that. What?
Well, just looking at this, I don't know if it's it looks like this line here, it's like kinked a little bit. When you look out here.
It does. Right there.
Yeah.
I'll have to fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Wigwag Railroad Crossing Productions says, why am I late? I hate myself. Well, sorry you're late, but good to have you here that you are. Yeah, and Tim's right. No need to hate yourself. Got lots of fun stuff. So again, just to let everybody know, again, on Tuesday when our next stream is, we're going to be doing it from 8 to 9 on Tuesday. We're going to try that out, see how that works. 8 to 9. It's a 1 hour, but it's going to be a later time slot. Georgie's got baseball. So we're going to be doing that. Come back, we'll do the live stream at 8. See how that works out. Grandpa says, you mean a George crashes the trains? I want mine home.
What? We don't have any of your trains.
Tim's train's the same here, George. Oh, all of Lee's steam is being recalled,
No!
George.
No, you can't do that to me.
All of George's least steam is going to be recalled.
I have to pull out the big guns then. We'll do yeah. Well, you're welcome to come and pick it up. But if you can't drive out here, then hate to say it, but it's staying out here unless you want us to put it outside.
No. So D. Klinger says the only thing about finding a Lion LM1 is that they're hard to find and even harder to find at a good price.
Well, yeah. That's why I like Berkshires, because you can find them and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are a cool engine. They're cool. Grandpa and Tim are conspiring against you, George.
Oh no,
Let's back up the truck. Too funny, too funny. We got all this least steam in our house. George, you would have to go back to running that red American.
He said no. He says you're not safe from this either. So.
Oh no!
Ha!
What?
Let's go.
No! What are
Not
you
let's
talking
go.
about?
I'm
George is gonna have all he's gonna have left with is GFW trains caboose in blue. I'm gonna take my GFW trains caboose and I'm gonna take my trusty NW2 steam engine.
steam engine. Whoa.
Switcher. Right? NW2 switcher. And I'm gonna go home.
Well.
And those are pretty much the only two that you can confirm are yours, right?
Oh. That.
I kid. I know.
Everything except for the dummy up there is mine. Blue's mine. The Train Master's mine. The F units are mine.
Oh my gosh.
The Burlington Ace is mine. The Caboose is mine. The Norfolk and Southern Caboose is mine. What else?
Grandpa says I can recall some diesels, some GG1s. So there's more than at least I don't know, Grandpa. I don't know.
Yeah, no, what? GG1s? We don't know any GG1s.
Yeah. Trains and things. Yeah, I can't believe MTH is doing a Trump and Biden train.
They gotta stay out of politics.
Yeah, well, including us. We're going to stay out of politics here on our stream.
Yeah.
Talk about the governor making us keep that.
FEF for a year.
Yeah, right.
Dang, stupid governor.
Oh my God, I can't believe he's quarantining to stay at home for that FEF.
No.
Shelter in place. Can't leave the house.
Yeah, I can't leave the house, man. It's gotta stay social distancing from Grandpa's train now.
Right.
No more JLC, big boy, for Train Fest. Angel says lies. Well, yeah, you're getting the vision line, big boy. I'm sure my grandpa's gonna bring his big boy. I'm gonna bring my big boy. It's gonna be a big boy Train Fest. We're
Yeah.
bringing the Polar Express too.
Yeah. Dee Klinger and Brian Burns, who are buddies, live down the street from each other. Love to go back and forth about their Pennsylvania Railroad M1s.
Yeah. We like here in Chicago. We like
I like the Pennsylvania
all
Railroad.
railroads.
Yep, we do like all railroads. That's
'Cause
true.
they all went to Chicago.
Right. I like the Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was one of my boyhood favorites. In fact, I had a little chair, a youth chair when I was growing up. It had like a keystone on it. I used to like that one in
Like the
particular.
lawn chair?
No,
the
it was,
R2D2 one?
no, it's like a high chair, but a high chair
Oh,
for.
yeah, I use that for
Yes,
a
you
little bit. Yeah,
can.
Grandma's house.
It's got the keystone on the
keystone in
back.
it. Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
that's my favorite because it's a GG1 chair. Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah, if it is a vision line, that's true. And then, you mean here in New York? Oh, that's true. In PA, we like some railroads. Well, way to be, not include everybody with your railroad, or all railroads, because that's just being railroadist. Just saying.
No. Oh, Angel says you don't want to be in Chicago right now. That's too bad that everything's going a little bit south there. in
Just rev
Chicago.
up your truck, man. They'll all be like, well, I wouldn't go away. Think. No, that's my life. Anyways.
Yeah, I dig the Pennsylvania Railroad. But I oh gosh.
Anyways, I can't wait to go to Grandpa's layout again. That's gonna be fun.
Hey, Trade's this thing sticking up for us, telling
Yeah. I agree. That's right. Michael Meddy says favorite railroads are the C&W, UP, and the C&E.
You are quiz C&E. What railroad? You should know this one. I'll give you a hint. Pink trolley cars.
Oh, the Chicago and Chicago, Aurora, and Elgin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That one came to Yorkville here, the Chicago Road.
Yeah, it went right into downtown. And Angel, next time you come out, I can take you to where the station was.
Yeah, the Chicago Road and Elgin came to.
It's now well, it used to be a law office, right? And now it's a bar. But yeah.
D. Klinger says, "Don't get me started about our clubs. mobile hunk of junk truck. Ooh. Oh
At
no.
least you guys have a truck.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, Eric Lee's here. Thanks for coming by, Eric Lee. Give him a whistle. It says, hey, I learned on my HO scale layout that my Athearn Genesis GB9 ran over a wrong way switch 4 to 7 times and did not fry the circuit boards. But the last time it did fry the circuit board, it cost $150 to fix it. Oh, no. Eric, I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, you guys always talk bad about your layout tournament space. Well, at least you guys have a tournament space.
that's good stuff, right? Exactly.
Our club, our tournament space is a trailer.
Yep.
We have 3 trailers actually. Well, more than 3 trailers and a basement.
Hey, James's train said the GF&W 1225 is done, George.
Julia.
Eric Lee says it's fine. It's a locomotive, but it's not fixed though. Grandpa says I have, hey Eric, I have Athearn engines with a rubber band drive that costs 1 cent to fix.
I know. So I watched an SMT mainline video a while back, and he used his sister's like those fruit bloom things, you know, those rubber bands that he used to do. Yeah, so I stole all of hers, and I put them in all my Athearn rubber band drives, and they work really well. So you just got to get the ones with the ones without like the the glossy look, because those slip. You got to get the like rubbery ones. But yeah.
So James's train says the Discord picture of the GF&W 1225 is up now.
I'll check that out.
And Tim's is correcting you. It's not 3 trailers, George.
Oh, it's 4. We got Bob proportions too.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to figure out something on our end. Our modules are being returned to us. Ooh, let me see that, George. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh. The FEF was
yeah. That's neat that both of the Berkshires can go at the same speed, so you just get them on there and rolling along. Don't have to worry.
Brian says I use the black rainbow loom bands. Then that problem comes along. The black ones seem to work fine. I have a GP9 that I put them on. They work fine. Brian Burns says, James, can you do it to an M1 just for our boy? That would be like a Brian Burns
special.
Yeah.
Yep. D. Klinger says we're set up in a flea market. Where at? Pennsylvania, right? That's one of the cool things out there out east, Georgia. There are a lot of flea markets. Like on the weekends.
I want to go to a flea market sometime. But, I don't know. I'd probably not go to a flea market just because I'd spend all my money. I bet you can vouch for that.
Yep. So Trains and Things is piling on. Thanks a lot, Trains and Things. Says I noticed that kink, but I never said anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll fix that. I've never done it. It wasn't until now I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah. Well.
So George Eric Lee says that George Roderick. That's why those Athearn blue boxes are blue. Or those are all Athearn blue boxes. That's why. Okay.
Well, I mean, those are tanks, man. They're from I think around the 70s, and they're still chugging along.
D. Klinger says that they're at the Silver Moon Flea Market in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice.
He
bought them in 1959. That's a pretty long time ago.
Yeah, right. James is saying, oof, a Pennsylvania Railroad M1. Brian Burns talking about D. Klinger says he sells we have a Lionel vendor outside our clubhouse, and then he sells. All right. Those guys are talking on a different
Brian
plane than I don't
said
even
that
understand.
the other day I was on a voice chat with Brian. He said there's a dude at his club that doesn't like it when his wife doesn't like it when he buys trains. So he keeps all his trains at the clubs and he'll just bring them home one by one.
Hey, that's what you're gonna do when you're married. You'll see.
Oh. Whoever I marry has to know that I come with an addiction, You got the package deal of George with an addiction, and it's not anything bad.
Well, it is funny that everybody who knows you, right? They know about like all of the people at the school.
I know, yeah. Yeah, so it is what it is.
They already know George and his trains.
Yeah. So
relatively famous GFW, the relatively infamous GFW train. So Jordan's like, shut up.
Yeah,
Pops.
people used to think it was weird till I started, like, I was like, they're like, do you make any money off of it? Yeah, I make money. Couple of coins a week.
I have to tell you make about 27 cents a week.
I make 27.
By the time you're 72, you're gonna be able
To cash in $1.
you're gonna be getting your first YouTube paycheck.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But yeah. So
Bill's vlog says that King is just so annoying. I have to come to your house and fix it so I can sleep. I didn't even know it was there until right now. It's a bankrupt railroad.
wait, what?
The King of the track over there.
It's the Milwaukee, or no, it's the Penn Central.
Yeah. Eric Lee says same at GFW. Big brain, the boys have our way. James Train says the only one being the M1 that I know of is a payware model, and have to re-release these models, so he can't do it. All right. So Tim's Trains he's got the good idea, George. He says he's got to have a staircase coming from the garage into the basement.
That's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna flip these over. Just get the smokiness off. I don't want to burn them out. I'm pretty sure they are. I just want to double check.
All right. Well, George, you know what we're gonna do? Let's should we end up the stream here? It's 8:08.
15 more.
15.
Or
all right.
5
well,
more
that's
minutes.
all right.
5 more minutes.
All right. So yeah, those Pennsylvania Railroad boys are trying to find something for D. Klinger to make.
Dang, dude. This underneath of this engine is really cool. I like this engine a lot.
That FEF is certainly a nice engine. How big are those FEF drivers in real life? I think they're 80-inch drivers, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know how big they are, but the guy we bought these from, he's 6'3", and he went up to the 844 drivers, and they're like a couple inches taller than him.
Right. Yeah, I want to say that those the FEF drivers are like 80 inches.
It's like crazy.
We got a lot of steam just like idling around here. I love the sound.
Yeah, this one can idle a little bit. Let me just. There you go. You can have that idle.
James, don't worry about paying for any trains. These guys are pulling on your leg here about payware version and everything like that. So maybe Brian can commission you and shoot you some PayPal money so you can buy it and do whatever. Oh gosh, Brian and D. Klinger, they're hilarious. Talking about giving each other Pennsylvania fever. M1 fever, George.
M1
fever. Let's see here. James Train says, okay, I'll blow up the GF. And what? What? Don't blow anything up. I hope you mean just like getting closer to as opposed. James Train says, then there can't be an M1. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're all right without it. The GF and W Railroads is all right without it. An M1. They got some pretty cool locomotives in the fleet. Tim's Trains, George says, your future girlfriend or wife would kill me for telling you to put a staircase in the garage of the basement.
How do you know? She won't know.
Oh, it's a secret garage, like the Bat Cave, huh?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Grandpa says the army had me shooting M1.
That's a rifle. That's
you.
That's good. Oh my gosh. So, Trades and Things says, okay, what railroad was the C, N, and L?
Chicago N and L Railroad.
It's that's a Monon, isn't it?
don't know. I don't know. I only know the song.
Up and
I'm
down,
down,
oh, nine.
Oh yeah. But
Oh, gosh, but I could be wrong on that. So don't worry about the BL2 James trains. How about an FEF? They got an FEF? Maybe that's
or you should make like a
or SD70s. George is a big fan of the SD70.
Yeah, they're cool. They've got those big fans on the top.
Says Eric Lee says you guys should get into manufacturers to have an exclusive GFW paint scheme for us viewers. I like that.
Yeah.
We're actually doing a custom GFW trains engine right now as we speak. Joey, you know about it.
Yeah, I do. It's pretty sweet.
Well, one of the problems is, well, here's the deal. So we've got this. You guys have all seen this. This is the logo that I've been using for GFW trains. I really like the logo. This one right here. Give me a... This logo right here, I really like this logo. And what it is it's an Alco logo. The Alco was where the GFW trains in script. And we use the font from Lionel to make GFW trains here. So this is the font that's on the Lionel boxes. I really like this one. And I wanted to see if we could incorporate that, but I'm not a graphic artist, and I wanted to change it up a little bit so there wouldn't be any issues. I don't think anybody at Alco would care about that. But I wanted to, just in case, change it up a little bit so there wouldn't be any issues. But I was going to see if I could figure out somebody who's local that's a graphic artist.
Or James, do they have any Q2s? Because I like Q2s. They're pretty cool. Q2 duplex.
Oh, yeah. So Monon is CI and I, so I'm wrong on that one. Let's see here. So James's train says I have plenty of FEFs. Well, that's good.
Cool.
Yeah,
me like the FEFs. What
right.
about like a daylight? That'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah. A GS4.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Right. James Train's asking a Q2.
Yeah, Q2. That'd be cool.
What's a Q2, George? I'm not.
It's a PRR duplex, but I think what was different about them is they had these I don't know what they're called, like steam chest things. They had, instead of two, they had one by the firebox.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So basically, I don't know how to explain it. But okay, here I'll go grab it like the cab forward to show you. So basically, on the cab forward here, you see they had, or these things right here on the Q2. This one would be out front like this. I don't know why they had this, but this would be back here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know, and I think they look kind of cool too.
All right, that's cool.
And they weren't a failure. Well, actually, I don't know if they were a failure or not, but I heard they were better. They had a better reputation than the T1s.
I should know what the CINL is, George.
Is it like the LNet? Oh.
I don't know. We haven't got an answer on what railroad that is. I might have to go to the phone to look it up. D. Klinger says, George, you should get the Cato N scale FEF.
My N scale collections. It's done.
So the Iron Fox is asking, do you guys own the Polar Express?
The scale Polar Express? Yes, we do. I'll get one of the passengers. Maybe not. I'll grab the.
How about you just run it around the layout?
I'll grab the operation. There we go. But yeah.
Cool. All right, that's it. I'm going to my phone.
Why?
I want to see what the railroad is.
Oh. Okay. Oh man, I don't know why, but I'm having like a cramp.
Yeah?
Yeah, like in my thigh. But yeah. Do you guys realize George's first year of college is running around there? What do you mean? Wait, do you guys realize George's first year of college is running around there? I didn't understand that comment, Grandpa. I'm not in college.
Realize? No. Must be his.
Chicago.
Montana. All right, hold
Didn't
on.
we go to Chicago first?
No.
Oh.
Oops.
Money.
You can talk to her.
Oh, sorry. I'm just. Yeah. So, I like money. Buy trains with it. But yeah, Q2 is $16. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's
Oh,
see.
that's the Monon is CINL.
Oh.
So, but that wasn't the one that he asked about before.
It was a CN and L.
What is it?
CN and L. CN and L.
Okay.
The text says, "Have you? You have to sell any of your trains to go to college? I hope not."
Yeah. Yeah, that or he's gonna have to sell plasma, his blood, or something like that.
One of my
Columbia, Newberry, and Lawrence Railroad.
Well,
Oh, it's the L&N. It's no, that can't be right.
yeah, no, because I think you spelled it weird.
Oh, I spelled it weird, did I?
Yeah, CN and L. Oh. Panama.
No, that's
Where
not
are we? See ya, trains and things. Hi, Mom.
Oh, hey, Mama's here, huh? She's
Yeah.
probably telling us to go get something to eat.
Well, in that case, see you guys Tuesday. See you around the roundhouse.
Don't let the caboose hit you on the way out. Now remember, Tuesday, 8 p.m. We're going to try something different. Tuesday at 8 p.m. All right, everybody? That's good. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. It was really good to see you. Really good hanging out. Stay safe.
And, yeah, so see you around the roundhouse.
Don't let the caboose hit you on the way out, everybody. Boom. Good stuff.
Tim says do good in high school and get scholarships. I'm going to caddy like Angel. All right, go back to shit. 1, 5.